Hope everyone's week has been going fantastic. We are at Thursday already. That means tomorrow is Friday. Oh, looking forward to the weekend. For those of you in America, we got a football game, Super Bowl coming up. American football. Oh. So we got arm day today, but still gotta warm up, stretch the whole body. Oh, especially after leg day yesterday, and forgot that I was going to be jogging later in the day, so I got a little double leg whammy workout there. But fortunately, the jog felt very calf dominant, so now it's just my whole legs feeling it. So this morning, woke up feeling pretty energized at like 4:45 a.m., which was awesome. But I didn't get up at 4:45 a.m., which was, looking back, a bit of a bummer because could have gotten in here earlier. So the arm workout tends to be the longer workout. But I think what I might do to both switch it up a little bit, but also make the workout faster is doing a bit of superset action for the arms. But we'll see. So after we get done massaging these muscles, we'll get right into the workout. How's your week been so far? You excited for the weekend? You got Super Bowl Sunday plans? I'm not really one to take the time to watch different sports games, but if someone's got something happening, a little party, then I'm gonna go. Well, I'm gonna go as long as I'm invited. Preface that, yeah. So as a little side note here with the foam rolling, I'm going kind of fast today. Ideally, when you're foam rolling, massaging the muscles, you don't really want to go fast. You want to take your time with it. But the benefit of being consistent and doing this every day, you get the leisure of going fast when you're tight on time. I said get the leisure. I meant to say you get the luxury of going fast. Ugh. Yeah, how's everyone's week been so far? You get your workouts in? You work out already today? You planning on working out? All right, cool. Now we're into finally the upper body part for this foam roll. All right, we're gonna get started soon. Just a couple more muscles to massage here. Yeah, last night went to bed like 2 hours earlier than normal. And I don't know if you've got Apple Watch, but on the watch, it'll kind of give you like a sleep score. And it was like, oh, tonight you got or last night you got a pretty high sleep score. But going to bed 2 hours earlier kind of brought it down. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what? Come on. But I don't know if it was, well, yeah, it said because he went to sleep 2 hours earlier. So I'm like, okay, maybe it wanted me to just keep the same bedtime, but I got an extra 2 hours of sleep. So I think my body just needed it. Ugh. But I was like, man, if I woke up at that, if I actually got out of bed at 4:45, then maybe sleep score would have been even higher. But sleep is so important. A couple things I've done recently that have significantly improved my sleep. First is cutting down the amount of caffeine. And then the second, well, I guess technically three things. So cutting down the amount of caffeine, being done consuming caffeine at about like 2 or 3 p.m. And then the last one, which has been super helpful, wearing an eye mask to kind of help block out the light in the bedroom. That one in particular, I think, has helped me stay asleep so much better, or like stay asleep longer. A lot less frequent moments of waking up in the middle of the night. And then the caffeine as well. Like, I've just been watching a lot of videos of people cold turkey not consuming caffeine anymore. A lot of people, like, they'll talk about it and treat it as though it's like drinking alcohol, which for me was definitely very perspective shifting, because I mean I can go months without drinking any type of alcohol. So, oh, what's going on, Jose? But yeah, I can go months without drinking alcohol, and then not only that, like when I do, it's not like a crazy absurd amount. So treating it like that, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna have some coffee, but it's just gonna be a small amount, and for special occasions. I'm like, huh, interesting. But then there's also lots of science talking about how it's helpful with working out. But for me, the big thing is just the energy portion of it. Because caffeine doesn't give you energy, it just blocks the receptors in the brain from receiving the chemicals, the neurochemicals that tell it that you're tired. So you're not feeling more energized, you're just getting an inability to feel sleepy, which is very different. But then again, there are stuff that happens as well where there's a boost in like adrenaline and cortisol as well. The cortisol is that stress hormone, which ain't bad inherently, but you just don't want to be too stressed. But for me, hearing people talk about how once they've stopped consuming caffeine, like, sure, it takes them a little bit of time to get up and get ready in the morning, but they have a fairly like steady amount of energy throughout the day, and they'll feel that steady state of energy all the way up until bedtime, and then they're able to just go in bed and fall asleep. I'm like, wow, that's pretty awesome. Because there's definitely moments where it's like drinking coffee, and then I feel like I have to get a decent chunk of work done within that little time frame, that window of time where I'm caffeinated. But then hearing people go from drinking a lot of caffeine to not drinking any caffeine and giving their body time to adapt to being normal again. We'll talk about how, they might spend like an hour and a half working, and then they'll spend some time doing something different, and then they'll come back to their work, hammer out more work for an hour and a half, and they're just able to kind of like repeat that. And there's times where it's like, might be like 5 or 6 p.m. I'm like, all right, I'm starting to feel tired or low energized. Time to have some more coffee. And that's just not a good habit to get in. Oh, if I see guys comment, it's right there. Give me a moment. Just going to finish this stretch here. Yeah, the idea that coffee doesn't give energy, holds your energy hostage. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. All right. Now we're ready for working out these arms. Hey, what's going on, Ryan? Nigerian woman keeps asking you for money on YouTube. You don't have to send anyone money on YouTube. Already gave it a like. Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, you know what you could do, Ryan? Instead of giving them money, you just give this video a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Gain some good karma points there. But I remember hearing a thing about how when it comes to giving, it should be done out of the kindness of one's own heart. As soon as you feel guilty or skeptical or, mainly guilty, don't give. That's your excuse. Well, not your excuse, but that's your reason to not give. Like, someone shouldn't make you feel guilty. Let's see here. All right, got a bench here we're gonna get set up at. And the thing that's funny with that whole thing of, maybe not funny, but the thing that's interesting where I got that from, where it's like, don't give money if someone's making you feel guilty. That's actually biblical. Now, it might not be like a quote unquote religious type of person, but it's like think about that one. The Bible talking about don't give if someone's making you feel guilty for not giving them money. Because like if you're gonna give something, do it because you want to do it, not because you're convincing yourself to do so. All right, we're gonna get set up here for some flat, close grip bench press, work them triceps. Let's see. Cool. Hey, what's going on, Rob? Forgot how much weight we were doing. So we're going to put 60 pounds on each side here. So this arm workout, very different than the style of workouts I normally be doing for a few reasons. The first, I don't really ever just do arms by themselves. Second is I don't typically go like heavy with the weight and low with the reps, but that's what this workout is for the most part fully entailing. All right, I got the watch set up and good to go. And for those of you who are new here, just hanging out, you may as well show some support, hit that subscribe button. Yesterday's live stream, we were making a joke that you guys show some support and subscribe. That way I can afford going to one of those like fancy luxury gyms. But truly, I like Planet Fitness. It's nice. There we go. One set down. Like 6 more to go. But I'm thinking no, we got it. 6 more sets. We're gonna hammer this out. We're not gonna do a long rest. Let's see. We'll raise that up a little bit there. All that caffeine talk. Meanwhile, that drink right there has got like 200 milligrams. But yeah, so there was some days when it came to caffeine consumption, I'd be having 2 of those and a couple cups of coffee. Back when I was a fitness manager at the gym that I used to work at, I was like consistently having like 700 milligrams of caffeine minimum. And very crazy, stressful time there. Whew. Feeling pretty good. We're working them triceps. 700 milligrams of test. There we go. That's funny. I'm looking forward to continuing to see more of the benefits of cutting out and cutting down the caffeine. Because honestly, I think what I was doing with it was kind of doing a bit of like a self-medication type of thing, because I think the kind of like dopamine boost that comes from it was my brain making an effort to just be more focused on tasks, you know? Because it's not the caffeine necessarily that gives the boost in focus. If anyone's got like ADHD style stuff, then the dopamine increase is actually the thing that leads to the increase in focus. That's that neurobiology. Nice, look at us go. We're at 3 sets completed so far. 4 more to go. Please say hello to Tiana. Their back's hurting really bad today. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that, Tiana. Well, hello, and I hope your back starts feeling better. If it's your lower back, you should do some good hip stretches. In fact, if you go back towards the beginning of the live stream here, once I start doing the stretches where, I'm stretching out the legs, follow that, take your time with it, repeat it a bunch, that lower back start feeling good. It'll take a couple days of doing those stretches consistently. That'll solve the lower back issues. Move the chest. We gotta get some more views, get some more subscribers, get some more likes here. Let's see if we can get up to 10 likes. Let's see. I'm gonna bring this a little closer, a little higher, down a little bit as well. Trying to get that better camera angle going. Ooh. Nice. So a thing I've been kind of swapping out in the morning for my beverage of choice when it comes to what I'm drinking first thing in the morning. I still do these green drinks where it's like greens powder. I add like Metamucil for fiber, creatine, collagen powder. Like I still do that. I save it for a little bit later though, because I've been noticing that getting like some type of like electrolyte drink or electrolyte powder, putting that in my drink, chugging the whole thing first thing in the morning. That's actually what the brain is really craving to start waking up. Because not only is it starting to rehydrate you after like 8 hours or 6 hours of just laying and heavy breathing, like you lose a lot of water in your sleep just from breathing. So the electrolytes in the water helps to rehydrate you. It's also giving the brain what it needs to function, and you'll feel more awake actually from that. Which, let's see, get that Terry Crews chest flex going. So we're at 4 sets. We got 3 more sets to go with this one. Gotta go quick, or else it's just gonna be a tricep day. All right. In order to make more time for the rest of the exercises, right, I'm trying to increase the weight here a bit more. We got 45s, 10 and a 5. Ideally, the goal would be getting it to 45 and 25 on each side, but it takes time. All right, so we're not done yet with the workout here. We're gonna do some skull crushers with a bit of shoulders, and then wrap up with a bit of biceps. All right, cool. Got this whole space to ourselves over here. We don't got too much time. We gotta hurry this up. So we're gonna be doing skull crushers, supersetted with a bit of a lateral raise over here. And if anything, might just try to get like a tri-set thing going. So let me grab the weights. And while you're listening to the disembodied voice of Anabolic Alec over here, I actually just want to let you know this is your conscience speaking to you. It's telling you to hit that subscribe button. All right, so we got the weight here for the skull crushers. Now we're going to grab the weight for lateral raises. If anything, I might need to increase that weight for the lateral raises there. All right. So in order to make sure we got time here, I'm going to be basically just going, no rest in between. $20 for the barbell, huh? All right. All right, we're actually going to do a tri-set here because I just want to make sure. Don't forget to hit the biceps, or not forget. I'm not going to forget, but I just don't want to run out of time. All right, let's see what we did rep-wise for biceps. All right. So we got 20 pounds on each side. Yay. All right. Cool. Now we just go right back into the skull crushers. And do I realize you want to give you up? Yeah, I'm going to start having to use one of the easy bars where you can put the weight on, because that's the max weight they got for it. For the pre-weighted, and it's not feeling like enough. Great Natty, that's what it's all about. Oh yeah. Dealt with tennis elbow. Yeah, just some. I've had wrist issues, elbow issues. Best thing you could do for that is massaging the muscles of the arms. You could use a massage gun. That's fantastic for the arms. I have a foam roller that I use. If you go back to like the beginning of the live stream, you'll see me use the foam roller for my arms. Don't go as fast as I did. Like, take your time with it for each of the muscles. But if you just follow that routine, do it multiple times a day, multiple days, you'll fix that tennis elbow issue there. Yeah, I had a carpal tunnel thing going on with my wrist. Because when I used to work at Amazon, putting items in packages, I would just like grab the item like this, and you'd be surprised at how heavy some items can actually be, even though you can kind of grip it with one hand. So I was gripping and moving things like this, and then I'm doing like, exercises in the gym like this. And then wouldn't you know it, I was getting some carpal tunnel stuff. That should be 6 right there. So what I had done to correct that was foam rolling my forearms. Because it was tightness in my forearms up here that were pulling, and the metacarpals in the wrist were getting tense because the muscles in the forearms were tense. So when it comes to foam rolling, just foam roll the whole arm. You don't know exactly which muscle or part of the muscle might be the culprit for the pain there. All right, we got time for like 2 more sets, sadly. All right, we're approaching the end of the workout here. So if y'all are new here, or maybe you've stopped by for a couple live stream workouts in the past, and you've not hit that subscribe button and not shown that support for the channel, great time to do so. We're out here working out, hanging out, getting in shape, having a good time. And obviously, if you got questions for fitness stuff, how to get in shape, I got the answers for you. I'm more than happy to provide some solutions for y'all. Poop. I think I only got time to finish this set here. Wow. It's all right. Yeah, that's the last set, sadly. But at least if you're subscribed, you'll be here for tomorrow's workout. We're going to be doing chest, back, and shoulders. It's going to be a good one. Ego lifting. Oh, who? Yeah, definitely. You don't want an ego lift. I normally recommend going like lighter with the weights. Like I was saying earlier in this stream, like this workout is definitely new for how I typically be doing stuff. Like for the last couple of years, I've yet to go below 12 reps for like a workout or exercise. 12 to 16 reps to failure is what I like to do. This one I'm just changing it up a little bit, going more of like 8 rep range. But people are like 12 to 16, that's too many reps, you're not going to build muscle. I'm just like, okay, yeah, you're not gonna build any muscle. You're absolutely right. Tell me how you not building muscle. Where are you hiding yours at? It's I don't be like saying that out loud, but when people give you advice for stuff, just ask yourself, does this person have the results that you're looking for? Because by all means, I'll listen to anyone's advice as long as there's results to back it up. All right, time to put these weights away here. But with this one, I was, it's good to experiment with things. So arms can be kind of tricky to grow physique-wise, or for physique purposes. I was kind of skipping having the arms be their own thing because I wanted to like build up everything else, and I'm liking how everything else is looking. So now I'm like, all right, let me give these arms their own dedicated day. All right, gotta send a text to the missus on my way back. Oops. Heading back, exclamation point. Cool. So let's see. 8 reps. We got 7 on that last one. Yeah, shorter arm workout because I got here later than I should have. That's on me. Ooh. So, since we're wrapping up the workout here, how's your chest? Oh, is that it in the photo there? It's looking pretty pumped. Yeah, my chest. For the longest time, it was very challenging to kind of develop the upper middle part. And even today, I still just focus on upper chest and middle chest. Like, you really can't go wrong growing the upper chest. That's what gives it that real crazy, crazy looking superhero physique. But yeah, make sure to show some support by subscribing, hitting the like button. And at the end of the workouts here, what I like to do is have my little post-workout rant where I dive deep into a topic around fitness. Ooh. So if y'all got a specific question you'd like me to answer, make sure to ask it now, because once I start driving, I can't really be looking at the chat, you know, safety first. So Demi asking, how many years have I been lifting? So I want to say it's been about 15, 16 years of exercising. Back when I was like 15, maybe 14, my dad had brought me to this gym he was going to. I think it was called Sweatshop or something like that. And that was the first time I really started lifting weights. And I remember specifically the seated row machine. I hopped on that, and it was like each time I was like doing the workout, the exercises on it, I was like, man, I think I could do more weight. I think I could do more weight. And I just kept increasing the weight. And that was pretty cool. But it didn't stick with me though. Like, I didn't stick with the weight training at that time. That was just kind of like my real introductory thing to it. Because also around that time, I was really not liking my physique. Overweight, you know, chubby, wouldn't take my shirt off in public, the pool, the beach, around family, even the doctors, like checkups or whatever, like it was not happening. And I had gotten in my head that, like, man, if I do 100 crunches every day, or maybe, you know, because I've been wearing a shirt all this time, if I get some sunlight on my body, then maybe that would help with losing the fat, you know, literally burning the fat by exposing it to the sun and whatnot. Looked really jacked. That's why, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, one of the things that was a real tipping point was when I had gone to the doctors as a kid. My mom was there too, and the doctor was like wrapping up the checkup, and then he was like, "All right, and I'm gonna put this prescription, write up this prescription for your son, just like some heart medication, and he'll take it on." He's like explaining this heart medication, and my mom and I were both like, "What?" And I was just like, "Wait, what's the heart medication for?" And he's like, "Oh, well, given your age and the weight that you're at, and how much weight you've been kind of gaining over the time span that I've been seeing you, this heart medication is just to help prevent any heart issues that might come up because of your weight." And I was like, "Oh, well, if I eat right and I do the exercise thing, would I need heart medication?" He's like, "Oh, no, none of it. Like if you do that stuff, you start losing some weight. Like, no, you wouldn't need this." I was like, "Okay, I think I'm gonna do that." And the Cliff Noted version of everything, I got accidentally signed up to play football in high school. Mom got me a personal trainer. Started exercising like crazy. Started being more intentional with my eating and stuff. And through a lot of trial and error, I was finding out how to exercise and get in shape. And I didn't like, it looked like I worked. It looked like I'd exercise, but did not look like I did not have anywhere close to the physique that I got now. And even though I've been training for like 15, 16 years, it didn't take me 15 or 16 years to get to this point. The real change happened like 2 or 3 years ago. Like I had a bit of I had like a muscular foundation going, but again, it looked like I worked out a little bit here or there. I didn't look unhealthy, but at a certain point, I was getting back to being overweight. I was developing a little bit of a dad bod. And the thing that's crazy is around the time I was like 27, 28, I was looking like I was somewhere in my 30s, maybe like 32, 33. And I was coming out of a relationship that I was in was ending, and it was a long-term, like it was a very like long-term relationship. We were engaged, on the road to getting married, and it was just getting to a point where I was like, wow, I'm like, you know what, I'm done. Like I'm done with this. And as I was coming to that realization, then I was also realizing like I've not been prioritizing myself. And on top of that, I'm like, wait a second, I'm going to be back on the market now. I can't be walking around with a dad bod going on. So first priority was I got to get back to a healthy weight. And the way that I was going to figure out what that weight was by figuring out how much fat I needed to lose in order to get a six pack. Like that was my like original goal as a kid, having a six pack. And I was like, I want to do that again. I want to have a six pack. So I started crunching the numbers, figured out the amount of protein I needed to eat, figured out the amount of calories I needed to not go over, and I stuck with that. And after a bit of time, I was in the best shape. I like crazy ripped, crazy muscles, but I wasn't jacked. Like I didn't look well. Actually, like oddly enough, like when you are lower on body fat, you actually are going to look like bigger, more muscular, because you can see the separation in the muscles. So even though I was around like 165 pounds at the time, I was looking like I was closer to like 180. And what's crazy is like I'm like 180 right now. But and then like if I were to like get to the same body fat percentage, I'd probably be like 170 now. So It's kind of cool to think. But got to the level of rippedness that I wanted, and then after that, and I was like, all right, now we can start increasing the calories a bit, start putting on a little bit more weight. And yeah, that was a 2 or 3 year time span, and was not crazy on point consistent after having burned the fat and the whole building more muscle thing. That took probably about a year to be like, you know what, let me get a little bit more beefed up. So it was definitely not executed perfectly. So if you stay committed with it, even if I was to just stay at that body fat percentage that I was at, like I was looking good, feeling pretty good. Now I'm, still feeling good, but I was just like, I want to build more muscle. Especially like I had gotten blood work done. It was, when was it? I think it was like October. Had gotten my blood work done, and crazy high amounts of testosterone in the bloodstream. And I'm like, oh, I got to capitalize on this. I'm doing something right with the eating and the exercise, and so we got a lot more testosterone going naturally. Gotta profit off of that. So yeah, that's my little backstory rant there. There's a lot more stuff that I didn't even get to cover in that. So if you want to know more about my own personal journey, then make sure to be subscribed. That way you can be here for future workouts, to be able to hang out. And yeah, if you got any questions, workout, fitness stuff, I got full-length videos on the channel. And again, this is my formal invitation for you to hit the subscribe button, join the community here. We're going to be working out again tomorrow, chest, back, and shoulders. So it'll be fun. Did a bulk from 150 to 180, gained more fat than muscle. Yeah, that's the tricky part there. So, if anything, come back tomorrow and I'll share some more tips around that, how to bulk without just putting on a lot of fat. All right, guys. Always appreciate having y'all here. Till next time, go out, go sweat, drink protein shakes, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Oh, yeah, you guys have a fantastic day as well.